Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, we're going to finish off this DVD, which I started a couple weeks ago, watching the sequel to the HARRAD experiment. This one's called Love All Summer, otherwise known as HARRAD Summer, otherwise known as Student Union. Either way, let's watch.
I must go to find the answers I see.
Semester.
Summer vacation now from HARRAD.
Class, and we're extremely fond, each and every one of you. But no matter how you feel right now, there will be dropouts. Fortunately, we set stiff requirements of unusually good character and even personal problems. Maintaining the HARRAD philosophy in 4 different locations and 4 different backgrounds, that's going to be tough.
The two couples are going to spend time with each person's families over the summer, a couple weeks each. First up is Beth's area. This is one of Beth's old boyfriends, Brad.
This is,
Brad!
Oh, yeah. This is for you.
Thank you.
This is for me.
Harry's going to be a little jealous.
And you're to make up for it, huh?
Be amusing at the expense of someone whose generosity you just accepted. I consider it in very bad taste.
He voices his jealousy.
All I'm pointing out is that you're 22 years old, and he's got white temples.
Harry, he hasn't.
I look close. I saw white hairs in his temples.
Nonetheless,
When you all leave here in a couple of days, I won't be going with you.
I knew it.
Brad's gotten the contract on a big fashion show, and Arne has to go out of town, so she can't do it.
And you're it.
Just for a couple of days.
Bullshit!
Harry, if anybody forces me to leave HARRAD, it'll be you.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
here we meet Harry's father, who isn't fond of him going to HARRAD.
What's the matter? You're too busy laying broads at that school? You don't have time to write your father?
We don't lay broads. We make love with women.
What?
Nothing.
No, you said something. I want to hear it.
I said we don't lay broads. We make love with women.
What the hell's the difference?
Dad has other ideas for Harry.
Now, you listen to me and you listen good. As of today, you're going to work right here at this plant until this fall, and then you're going to sign up for UCLA.
I'm not.
You're what?
Next up is Stan's family. Here's his mom.
I make room for Harry. Give him broad.
Oh, you don't have to bother.
It's no bother. I put Stan's pajamas and underwear here, and you have broad.
Thank you. Gee, I'm sorry. I almost blew it for you. I forgot you didn't know about HARRAD.
I hate lying to her, Harry, but Ma would never understand HARRAD. So when Sheila comes, I just tell her she's a girl I go to school with, period.
I don't live anywhere.
While the girls are away, the boys hook up with 2 other
Eat
chicks.
whatever fella buys me.
This is
That's
Marcia.
why I ate 5 hot dogs last night. You were my only pickup, and I was starving.
And you came with me because you were desperate?
You may have seen Marcia in Revenge of the Cheerleaders.
I like your face.
I know I did.
Your voice is-
Beth is back now with Harry.
I think I love you.
Do you really, Beth? I hope so, because I know I love you.
The gang's all together at Stan's parents' house.
You get us all in. Nobody liked
Oh, no, we loved everything you cooked. There was just so much.
to cook a lot. It's no harder than to cook a little.
We're sorry that Mr. Konosuke had to work late.
Oh, you meet him before you leave city.
Harry's family has a welcome home party for him. Notice they spelled welcome wrong. Harry's family's pretty well off.
Instead of saying cheese balls, say olives wrapped in cheese, okay?
Whatever you say, Mr. Shack. Oh, but they sure look like cheese balls to me.
Yeah, well, it's just a little nicer. Appreciate your help.
Oh, cheese balls.
The comedian Marty Allen makes an appearance.
It's all right. Streaking. Don't get involved.
ruin your health.
This woman chats up Beth.
Good. How about my bringing the whole group over and then they could meet all of you?
Oh, well, I really don't think...
Oh, please, please.
She's very interested in what happened to Herod.
Think about it. As a matter of fact, every weekend he spends his days playing golf or
It's Harry's mom.
or whatever it is.
Back to Marty Allen,
Well, if you're embarrassed,
who's drunk and pervy.
maybe we could do it together. What do you say?
You can talk to me with all those fancy words that you learn at that school about sexual liberation and all that shit. But what it boils down to is justified screwing around, and I don't want any part of it. And I don't want my family to have any part of it. Listen, I got enough problems with your mother's shrinks, and the liberation meetings, and the encounter group.
You got it all wrong about Herod. It's... The philosophy isn't even the...
You trying to deny that they don't say that it's okay to go jumping around with different broads?
Well, Beth!
Hi there.
Beth!
He freaks out when he sees
One of
Beth
my father's clients could come in. Somebody
skinny dipping.
talk to me. Sheila. God! My father, my mother.
Don't tip me, Harry.
Why not?
Just don't tip me.
But Diane, don't do it!
And then Harry's sister takes off her top and jumps in.
Created a nudist colony in my house.
When Harry's dad comes home, he sees them doing some nude yoga,
What the hell are you
including his
doing?
wife and his daughter.
For God's sake, Jack, quit hollering. You broke our chain.
You understand? You know what? We're apologizing for trying to bring Herod into your home. It was wrong.
Yeah, well, we both agree on that.
Herod is philosophy, like a religious philosophy, and it is wrong to push a religion on someone else.
We're leaving so you can unpack.
Oh, no, you don't. You're staying the full 2 weeks. I'm not going to have that guilt heaped on me that I kicked Harry's friends out.
But it's not right. It's your home.
Look, it's Harry's home, too. I like the Holiday Inn. You know why? Nothing.
Tomorrow's time.
Sheila's family, they're well off too.
Why don't you give a little party? I'll be out of town on business and use the house. The whole house. Use it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's quite a place. Sheila said it was big, but who was expecting Buckingham Palace?
Stan is a little
Stanley,
taken back by the wealthy lifestyle, a little jaded.
why are you acting like this?
I'm strangling here. I want to go back to a world where I can drink coffee out of a cup that doesn't come from the Ming Dynasty. He laughed.
Apparently he's had some bad experiences with rich families before.
There was this guy sitting in his 40-foot living room. Just constantly on the wall laughing at me.
And then Sheila's dad's gonna catch them.
You lousy little bastard. Look, there are things we should have told you. I'll tear you apart.
Daddy, please.
I want you out of this house. I want you out tonight.
Sheila tries to explain to her dad.
I didn't know how to tell you about Herod, so I kept it from you.
Oh, my God, Sheila.
Is it so wrong, Daddy?
It's wrong for you,
Standards change.
not my standards.
I'm a woman. I want to lead a full life.
Sleeping with Stanley for a whole year. My daughter.
Sheila decides not to go back.
But not far enough to meet on common ground, right?
Right. I know that I want a fuller commitment, and Stanley's just not ready for it.
Well, maybe he will be by the time he graduates. For your sake, I really hope so.
I won't be mad, okay?
Harry's dad comes around to accepting Herod also. Clearly the semester is starting now, summer's over.
And look, Harry, if you want to have the kids over to the house for a vacation, why, that'd be terrific. Good, I'll tell them. Bring that one with the mole right here, okay?
So Stan and Sheila say their
Remember,
goodbyes.
the university's not so far away, Stanley.
Can I call you and get together?
If you want. They give you a new roommate yet?
I think I'll hang it alone a while.
So I assume the two of them were going to get back together. She was going to change her mind, but nope. Our film ends with Sheila driving off and leaving Stan. She's gone, and Stan turns around and goes back to Harrod. All right, let's talk about Love All Summer, also known as a HARRAD Summer. And I originally taped this movie. I rented it from a Blockbuster or something about 20 years ago under the title called Student Union, or The Student Union. But it's the same movie. It is a sequel to The HARRAD Experiment, which I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. Two of the same stars, in fact, the two ladies, Lori Walters and the other chick whose name I can't remember, who she played Beth, are back reprising their roles. The two men, who were Bruno Kirby and Don Johnson, the original, their characters are back, but different actors. And it's amazing, though, the guy who played Harry, who was Bruno Kirby in the first movie, looks a lot like Bruno Kirby in this one as well. But anyway, it's the end of the year at HARRAD College, and all these couples have been spending some time together. Now it's summer vacation. Now these two couples, there's four of them, well, four people, two couples, they decide they like each other a lot, so they're going to spend a couple of weeks with each other all summer long. 2 weeks at your house, 2 weeks at our house, blah, 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 that sort of thing. So they just take turns going to each person's parents' house. Not a whole hell of a lot happens, to be honest with you. There is still some sex stuff going on, and there is some free love going on, and they kind of have this openness, although Harry's a little bit jealous when an old boyfriend of Beth's comes on to her, and she wants to go and spend some time with him because he's falling in love with her, and of course Lori Walters and Stan are also kind of falling in love as well. Again, not much happens in this movie. It's not boring by any means. It's just a few days and weeks in the lives of their summer vacation. That's all. A lot of this takes place at Harry's father's house. He has a big mansion, actually. And he ends up doing Harry does some nude yoga and stuff with a lot of the people, including his mother and some other of her mother's gray ladies and some club she's in. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Harry's dad freaks out, but eventually he comes around and accepts it all. Now, it's kind of had a weird ending, though, because Lori Walters and her character and Stan, they kind of broke up because she comes from a rich family as well, and he is kind of jaded by the rich. And they decide, well, she's not going to attend school in the fall. And the movie ends with her driving off away from school, saying goodbye to Stan. It kind of seemed like it was going to have a happy ending, that they were going to get back together, but no, they parted ways, and that's it. We never found out what happened to them because there have never been any sequels since then. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this movie. Like I said when I reviewed the first one, this is the DVD you want to buy. As far as I could tell, the HARRAD Experiment is uncut. It's like 96.5 minutes, 97 minutes in the first one, which I think is the total running time. There's full frontal nudity in this movie as well, including from Lori Walters, who went on to be Joni on 8 is Enough for 5 seasons. And yeah, that's it. So anyway, check it out. It's an okay movie. It's not bad. It's just kind of a 70s timepiece drama thing. So check it out. It's called Love All Summer, aka HARRAD Summer. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Watch it. Bye.